Hello and welcome to Education at SSBJ online video tutorials. In this video tutorial, we are going to take up few MCQs, multiple choice questions of chapter force and pressure. Every question paper contains few multiple choice questions, and it is always good to read very slowly among the options and also the statement. There are occasions where in a hurry we select the wrong choice and lose marks. So here in front of you is the first question. The strength of force is expressed by. Let us try to understand the meaning of this question. Now, what does strength mean? Here, the strength mean how much force, right? When we say, for example, an object is applied by some force in some direction, so how much of this force? So when it is asked how much of this force, we express in some numbers along with the units. Let's say 5 newtons of force is applied, or say 10 newtons of force is applied. Unless and until we say how much of force is applied, will not be having idea of this force, also the direction. Right? And that how much of the physical quantity, whatever may be the quantity, let it be force, let it be speed, or maybe length, that is what a distance also you can write. So any physical quantity, these are physical quantities. Likewise, you can add up many physical quantities. So how much of this? So we can say 10 Newton here, right? And for as far as speed is concerned, we say maybe 60 km per hour. So as far as length is concerned, we say 10 meter. So what does this number indicate? This number indicates magnitude. And what is magnitude? Magnitude is how much of that physical quantity is. So what's the answer here? Magnitude. We'll move to the next question. The force between two charged bodies is called. Right? And what do you mean by charged bodies? Right? When two bodies rubbed each other, for example, you take a glass rod. This is a glass, let's say glass. Pardon me for the picture. And you take a cloth, that's a silk cloth. So if you rub here on glass rod, so glass rod will get some charge, positive charge. So if you bring this positive charge body to either a charged body, near to a charged body, let's say there is one thermocol ball and this is also charged, right? Then either they attract or repel. In which case they attract? If positive and negative charges come together, they attract, and if either negative and negative come together, they repel, or if positive and positive come together, they repel. So like charges will repel. But what is that force called? We all know that force is push or pull. So here the same thing is going on, push or pull. But what is the name of this force? It's the electrostatic force, right? So this name is called, the name of the force is called electrostatic force. Next one, right? When two forces act in opposite direction, then the net force acting two forces is. Okay. Now opposite direction. Let's say, okay, I am taking a different example now. There is a force which is pulling this object. I am showing in this direction, right? And this force is 5 Newton. Now one more force is applied in the same direction, but on the other side it is, and it is again, let's say, 6 Newton. So what is the total force here? What is the net force here? So since you see the direction here, since these forces are applied in the same direction, and what is the direction? In this direction. And then can you tell me what is the net force? Net force will be sum of these two forces, 6 Newton plus 5 Newton, which will be 11 Newton. So this body will be moved front due to the effect of 11 Newton force. But if I change this example, let's say the first force is applied in this direction, 5 Newton. The second force is applied in this direction, 6 Newton. In that case, see, these forces are exactly opposite to each other. In that case, we have to take a difference to find the net forces. Can you tell me which direction this object will move? This object will move in this direction by what force? By 1 Newton force. Because each of these forces cancel each other, so the difference should be taken. 6 Newtons minus 5 Newton, so which will be equal to 1 Newton, which is in this direction. Right? So difference between two forces or factors to be considered. I hope you have understood this illustration. Magnetic force, either is it a contact force or a non-contact force or both A and B? None of this. Okay, you have seen magnets have north and south pole, right? So they attract if they are opposite to each other, means north here and this is south, or if they are of same kind here, opposing each other, in this case they repel, again push and pull without having any contact, so it's a non-contact force, right? Next question. A ball rolling on the ground slows down and finally stops because, already we have discussed this in the video, this is rolling on the ground with some force initially applied, but it stops because of the opposite force between the floor and the surface of the ball called friction. So answer is friction force. Next, the below figure shows a container filled with the water. So this is totally filled with water. Which of the following statement is correct about the pressure of the water? Now see, point C is having more weight of water. Look at the amount of water above point C and look at the amount of water above B and look at the amount of water above A. So where there is more force of water? On C there is more force of water, right? And we all have studied pressure is force divided by area, which means more force, more pressure, if area is constant, right? So in this case more force is on C, so C will have high pressure. Next B, and last one is very lowest is A. And therefore, you can pick up, you see, the last one. Pressure at A is less than pressure at B. Correct. And pressure of B is again less than pressure of C, which means pressure of C is having a high pressure. I hope you have understood. In a different way, if you make a hole here and here at B height and here at C height, you know which one will have more push of water. This will push for more distance, and then this one will be here and this will be here. Okay, because of the pressure. Next question. A water tank has 4 taps fixed at a points A, B, C, D as shown. The water will flow out at the same pressure from the tap at well. Just now I have told you, if there is, if there is a container, right, like this, right, pardon again for my drawing, and it contains full of water, and then there is a pipe fitted here, here and here, and I have already told you in which pipe the water flow will be faster, here. So it will be faster here and it will go for more distance here because there is more pressure, more of weight on that. Now, if there is a tap here, so this tap and this tap at same height, so both will have a same pressure, right? So you find out here which 2 point is having a same height. It's B and C here, right? These B and C, look at the picture, B and C are at same height. So question is, the water will flow out at the same pressure from the tap at B and C because they are at same height, therefore they will have a same pressure. Next question. A brick is kept in 2 different ways on the table as shown below. The pressure exerted by, so what is asked is a pressure. Pressure exerted by the brick on the table will be, out of these 3 choices you have to pick up one. First choice says maximum in position A and maximum in position B are equal in both the cases. Before we select, we will find out what does pressure mean here. When you apply a force on a particular area, there exists a pressure. Now in both cases there is a force on an area, and that area is area of the cube itself here. Consider that both are of same weight, so the force will be same in both the cases. But the area on which this force is applied is different in both the cases. Here the area is small, where here area is comparatively large, right? So having understood that force is equal to, pressure is equal to force divided by area. Now you see, this pressure as well as area are inversely proportional. They are, if the area increases, pressure reduces. That's why P is equal to F by A if the force is constant. So they are inversely proportional, right? Therefore, coming to this picture now, more area is in A. So when there is more area here and same force is applied, so area is increased and pressure will decrease in this case, right? Whereas here pressure will be more pressure. So less area and more pressure. So what is written here is maximum in pressure is maximum in position A. So this is wrong. Pressure is maximum in position B. This is correct. And it can't be equal. So our choice should be this. We'll go for the next question. The pressure on an object dash will increase in altitude from Earth's surface. So what do you mean by altitude? If this is an Earth, altitude is the height, right? So you all know that atmospheric pressure is because of the force of air. And where you find more of force of air? Near to the Earth. So here you find more of force of air. As you go above and above, the air quantity is less. So here there is less force. And less force leads to less pressure. Because again, pressure is equal to force divided by area. Both are in the numerator, both are directly proportional, which means if force increases, pressure also will increase. Right? And in this case, force will decrease here because air amount is less. So the pressure on an object with the increase in altitude from the Earth's surface decreases. That is the answer. Next question. A body is said to be under balanced force when a resultant force applied on that body is. Okay. Now let us find out what do you mean by balanced force, and we have already studied about the resultant force. Let's say that there is an object here. Okay. Now we have applied some force. How much of force? Let's say 5 newtons of force. And on the other direction, again 5 newtons of force.
I can't help you with that at the moment.
And again down, there is 5 newtons of force. And even upward, there is 5 newtons of force. In this case, all force gets cancelled and the resultant force is 0. Right? And then these forces are called balanced forces. So whenever there is a balanced force or there are balanced forces, then the resultant force will be 0. So next question. A force of 300 newtons. F is 300 Newton. While acting on an area, some area, produces a pressure of 1500 Pascal. Okay, 1500 Pascal. You all know that the SI unit of pressure is Pascal. Some pronounces it as Pascal. Okay, P is given, F is given. What is the magnitude of A, that is area, right? And what is the formula? Pressure is equal to force divided by area. And therefore, area is equal to force divided by pressure, cross multiplication. So I'll start from here. Therefore, area is equal to force is how much? 300 Newton. Check, is it in SI unit? Yes, it is in SI unit. Again, this is about force now I have written. And pressure is, this pressure is 1500 PA, that is Pascal. So you get 3 by 15, which is equal to 1 by 5 is equal to 0.2 watt. It's area. But what is the unit here? So since force is taken in SI unit and pressure is taken in SI unit, the answer of area also will be in SI unit. And what is the SI unit of area? Meter square. So this is 0.2 meter square. Now, the options are given here in centimeter square. Right? Remember the relation that 10,000 centimeter square is equal to 1 meter square. Right? So 1 meter square is equal to 10,000 centimeter square. Therefore 0.2 meter square. You can calculate roughly, which will be equal to 10,000 into 0.2, that is 2000 centimeters square. That is the answer. Go through all the multiple choice questions which will help you in your exam. Thank you.